Woo! Good to see you guys. How are you guys? Good to see you guys. Paul, I see you. Edward, Cherise, how you say that? Welcome, guys. Thank you for coming. Appreciation everybody here. How you guys doing? Put down the chat. Where you guys coming from? What do you guys do? What's your big dream? It's most important is what's your dream, okay? Most important, what is your dream? We are here to support your dreams, your goal. Pop down the chat. Let me talk to you. Let me see you, okay? Please, the more you engage, the more I can help you, right? The more I can get to know you. People we like and trust because we do see them, right? So please turn on your camera, you know, please communicate, please engage, okay? So awesome. Great card, California. Let's go. St. Louis, William from St. Louis in the house. Derek. All right, Cheryl from Chicago. The big Chicago. I just went to Chicago recently. It's a beautiful, beautiful place. Michigan. Yeah, I have pizza every night. Chicago pizza. That's awesome. All right, welcome. What's your big dreams? Berenice from Michigan. All right, Virginia in the house. My wife from Virginia. South Florida, Melinda, Chanta, Texas. Live in Texas for 10 years. All right, let's make it happen. California, I'm right here in California, Santa Monica Beach, guys. We can show you I should show you the view is incredible, huh? What is your dream, guys? What is your dream? What is your dream? Put down the chat. Put down the chat, okay? Maybe I should show you the little my dream, you know, and that's why we are here, right? So to help you show my dream. So what is my dream? My dream is just literally just take care of my family, of course, but yeah, let me share this with you. This is an incredible, incredible dream of mine that has happened. So check this out. Boom, that's my dream. Live on the beach, right? This literally our backyard. We literally see the sunset. The sun's about to set here. Maybe a little bit later. Somebody remind me that you want to see the sunset happening in about maybe an hour and a half. I want to show you that sunset. It's gorgeous, okay? Take this walk around the beach here every day. Hang out with my wife, lovely, beautiful wife, and my little puppy, you know? And that's my dream, to have freedom, absolute freedom, and be here with your fine people. That's that's the dream. That's the freedom, right? Whenever want to do it, wherever. We literally travel around the world all the time. We got back from like a 3-month trip in Costa Rica recently, right? And then we're planning another like Europe trip here very soon. Okay. Last year went to Santorini, Paris, all over. Okay. So that's what I'm talking about, right? Absolute freedom, working a few hours a week. You hear me? All right. Sounds good. All right. Let me see here. What is your dream? All right. Freedom. That's right. Pre-cut, retire debt free. All right. Sounds good. Sounds good. That's right. Retire comfortably with no debt. William, all right. Jesse, free from debt and live abundantly. All right. All right. Can I coach you guys for a minute? Whatever you focus on, you're going to attract. So instead of saying with no debt, saying retire abundantly. I like that word, abundantly. Okay. Financial freedom instead of no debt. It's actually, you hear? Because if you focus on the debt, you're going to attract the debt. All right. That's right. Retire abundantly. What will you do when you retire? Who will you help? And here's another key. Who would you help? It's not just like you guys know that. You guys are all givers here, but you will do more for other people than you do for yourself. So who will you help with your family? In the beginning, it was my mom who was going through cancer and all of that, and I was able to retire her and travel and take care of her and my grandma and my dad, right? So now and then after that is my wife, for example. You know, my wife was nurse for 15 years, break her back, all her bones, everything ache from nursing for 15 years, and she deserved it, right? She deserved the best life, and I'm able to retire her, and literally travel around the world together, for example. Okay, what is it for you? Who in your family will you help? Write that down. Write that down for me right now. Okay, because you will do more for the people than you do for yourself. And this is the most important because without knowing the why, you're not going to do anything different, right? And then there's 7 level deep of why. My billionaire mentor Tony Robbins teach me that 7 level deep. Why do you want that? Okay, so you want to be retire financial freedom. Why? Why do you want that? because I want to retire my mom, my dad, my spouse. Why do you want that? Because I promised my spouse all these dreams and goals, and if I don't perform them, I feel terrible. Okay, and why do you want to do that? Why is that important for you? Well, it's because as a kid, I always dreamed of traveling around the world. I backpacked through Europe when I was 18, and since then, I promised myself that I would bring the love of my life to come back there, and we will go all over together. And that was my dream. That literally was my dream, right? So there you go. You see the difference? So as the more you can go down deep into your roots, into your why, that's 80-90% of your success is your why, is your mindset. Okay. So very, very important, guys. Thank you for coming. Appreciate you guys can get started literally right now. But the most important thing, I want to recognize the people who are here, pat yourself on the back for being here, because I know it's not easy to show up. And I respect everybody here that show up for yourself, especially you guys are having a job, having family and all of that. I don't take it lightly at all. I'm going to do everything in my power to make it worth your while. That I can promise you. And the longer you can stay, the more I can give you. Okay. The longer you can stay, the more I reward people who are loyal, people who are, participate in the chat too. So, participate as you can. Write down in the chat what you learn, and it will help other people, right? What do you learn as you go through this every as I drop all these, jams or everything that's going on, what do you learn? Share other people. Okay. All right, Diane. All right, they're tied that free. We want to stay that way. Excellent. Fantastic. Congratulations. Yeah. And what about double that, triple that, 10x it? Why not? Right? And do more for people. Because the more you can be a blessing, the more you can bless, the more you can bless other people, right? Awesome. Who else? William, thank you for your turn on camera. Cheryl, I see you. Chance, thank you for coming on camera. Nancy, Deborah, good to see you. Steele, good to see you. Okay, Sherry's, good to see you. Edward, good to see you. All right. Welcome, welcome. Who else? Who else? All right. Good to see you. Please turn on your camera. I'd love to see you. Lorenzo. All right. Welcome. Pullman, Alabama. All right. The South. I love the South. Actually from South Carolina. So absolutely, Diane. Right on. Absolutely. Awesome. Okay. Let's get started here. The more I make, the more I share with other people. Amen. Amen to that. Amen to that. Okay. So we appreciate you guys, and let's get it going here. Okay. I will do everything in my power to make it worth your while. All I ask for is your undivided attention. Literally, that's it. Just your attention. That's it. Turn off all the background noises, everything, TV, whatever you want to looking at. Just for the next hour and a half here, it will change everything for you. Can you do that? Okay. So there's nothing to sell to you today, by the way. So you can put the credit card away. I'm not making you any offer. All I'm doing is giving you as much information as I can. Okay. So, just all I ask for is being coachable and being, just being coachable, being open-minded. That's all. Okay. And the only offer I'm gonna offer you is if you want more help, we can give you, as a reward or as an appreciation for people who actually been following me for a long time, is you can book a free call with us. That's all. Okay. That's the only offer, and it doesn't cost you any money as well. I'm giving 5 spots available to the first 5 people that's been following me an hour, literally an hour long of my time, worth usually about $3,000. But I mean, what's the price tag of freedom? If that really help your freedom, right? So other than that, you don't have to worry about anything else. You don't have to, pay anything for this. Absolutely free. So relax, learn as much as you can, participate. Okay. So I'm gonna share with you the secrets that I learned for the past 20 years of entrepreneurship. Yes, I did become a real doctor. Okay, that's not just, I'm a doctorate in pharmacist and MBA and all of that. I learned from the world most successful billionaires. Okay. and I want to share. My goal today to share the 20 years of entrepreneurship experience, compressed my 2 decades of experience, and the collective intelligence of hundreds of my members, not just me. There's a lot of smarter people in my community that has been around. I mean, one gentleman in there owned 80 houses, literally himself. Okay, we have doctor, lawyer, the top people, or even just like single mom who making 20, 30,000 a month. It's ridiculous. Like my hats go off to all the moms out there that are making this happen. You know, it's incredible, right? So how I went from a trapped corporate slave to have absolute freedom with corporate housing, insurance housing, without owning any properties, have any employees or real estate experience. Okay. So how do you do that? And retire when I was 33 and travel around the world since then and help hundreds of people do the same. Okay. Guys, you guys, I don't know you can understand it. This is before just 5, 10 years ago, this opportunity, what I'm sharing with you right now, you cannot do this with literally like just a few years ago. You are literally on the most important, the most amazing opportunity of the lifetime. Because of technology, because of everything going on, we're able to have absolute freedom, travel around the world while making multiple six-figure income. That's unheard of. You get it? And the only way to do that is through corporate housing, through insurance housing, leveraging other people's properties. And that all of this I'm going to share with you, okay? Oh, this lovely Santorini right here. You ever been there? It's like literally paradise on earth, okay? But anyway, I'll do everything in my power to make it worth your while. So stay until the end, and I will give you the blueprint on how you can do this as well, okay? I invested over $1 million into my mindset and my strategies, okay? And what I learned from that, I will share with you right here, right now, okay? So I just go over this one vehicle, literally, that helped me get absolute financial freedom. It's not just about money freedom. Anybody can really make $200,000, $300,000 working, you know, but if they work 50, 60 hours a week, what's the point? You know, what's the point? I mean, right? And then, so the time freedom is so big. And then even if you're working just, you know, 20, 30 hours a week, but you have to be on call all the time, what's the point? You know, my wife used to be senior director of 1,000 employees. She rise up to the rank from a nursing all the way to management, all the way to become like regional VP, whatever they call it, and over 1,000 employees. And she had two phones on her all the time, 24/7. Yes, she only worked, you know, 40 hours a week. She has, you know, flexibility, but you know, she has to sleep with two phones on, right? What kind of freedom is that? No freedom. Okay. I don't have to talk to anybody if I don't want to. That's the best kind. That's relationship freedom. Okay. Relationship freedom. I don't talk to anybody who don't want to. All the clients that we host, they are self check in, they self check out. They don't even like want to talk to us. You know, they want to leave them alone. Like, that's the best part. And they wire us monthly income. How many want those clients? Okay. Makes sense? Okay. And the best clients are those clients. They just wire you monthly income and they don't really want to talk to you. Okay. That's the corporate clients right there. Okay. You get it? Insurance clients. So I learned from the right people and I refused to give up. You know, whether I was playing poker with Grant Cardone on his yacht with his family and executive, or you know, jump in a cold lunch with Tony Robbins at his mansion, literally mansion, or play chess with Sir Richard Branson on his own island that's worth over $400 million and his payoff. You know, these are the type of experiences of a lifetime that you can never replace, you can never buy with money, right? And to be around these amazing men and women who are achieve phenomenal result, right? Is like the greatest blessing ever, you know? And these billionaires, you know, you want to know if who's legit? How many billionaires can they literally say that they can hang out with and can be in their presence and get invited to, you know, Sir Richard Branson private home? Literally, I sat on his couch. The guy's worth $5 billion. Okay, play chess with him, several game. Okay, and have his number. Like that's the type that we're talking about. So whoever you're looking for is a mentor, ask them, hey, how many billionaire mentor are you being mentored by, right? Let somebody else vet them for you, see if they're legit, okay? I mean, don't you think that all these billionaires know they they can sense if somebody is legit or not, right? If they invite them to their home, invite them to their yacht, invite them to their literally like their family, of course, you see. So that's the first lesson. You understand how to leverage. This is leveraging other people credibility, understanding that they already know, like, and trust you. You see. So there you go. I'm like the only real estate mentor in this space I know of that can say this about 4 billionaires. That is something to say, right? So, but it's not just about me, it's what I can help other people. So these two students met within my community and they partner up and they got two deals within a few months, and they replace the income within literally a few months. That's incredible, right? Literally, you see? Or you have insurance housing that pay upfront. Like Sunny here in Texas have a 3 month stay insurance and they pay upfront, right? That's what I'm talking about. Or who near are moms, right? Who near moms. You know, Ann and Amanda are both mom with kids and working full time, and they didn't know how to make it happen. And within months, they're able to replace the income, make 6 figures, and travel around the world. You know, that's what I'm talking about, right? So there you go. Okay. My goal is to show you how to do this beyond Airbnb, beyond all this stuff, all the short-term rental regulations, beyond all the real estate headaches, all of that, beyond owning the properties. Okay, my story is an immigrant from a third world country of Vietnam. We slept on one tiny bedroom and determined to achieve the American dream, right? I started all kind of businesses since I was 11 years old. Many fell, a couple succeeded, but you only need how many successful business to make it? One, okay? How many relationships do you need to succeed? One, right? So through the years, I thought the way to become, successful in America is what getting a doctorate, get my PharmD, got my MBA, and I did all of that. Okay. And I thought I made it. I got my white coat, I got my, black, I got my degrees, all of that. And within the first year, I won the Pharmacy of the Year award. And I thought I made it. I'm like, Mom, I'm gonna take care of you and all of that. Next thing I know, they sat me down. They gave me a 2% raise for winning the Pharmacy of the Year award, by the way. 2% doesn't keep up with inflation. They cut my staff by 30%, okay, because they know I can handle it. They gave me more KPIs, right? Breathe down my neck. And I was like, I was looking at my mentor who was there 20 years ahead of me. And I was like, this is the life I want to live. He's a lot older. He's got more health issues and he still couldn't take the vacation he wanted and working 40, 50 hours a week. I'm like, whoa, I don't want this life. Okay. So look at the people at your job, at your work. That's the direction you're heading? Is that where you want to go? If not, you might want to do something different, right? You might want to do something different. Okay. So I was trapped. I thought I made it. My mom was diagnosed with cancer as well. And I thought I'd try everything to help her. So I tried drop shipping, MLM, day trading, franchise, multifamily, being realtor, all this stuff. Anybody try these things before? Okay. They all sounds great in the beginning, but they all take a lot of work. The one thing in common with all of these is you choose trading your time for money. You're still working your butt off to make very little, right? So, for example, like why do these take so much time? Because for drop shipping or e-commerce, you're making like 20 bucks a pop, a client. How many of those you need to make 10,000 a month? Man, that's like thousands of clients a month. I mean, I barely want to service, 10 of my clients, with my corporate housing. Why do I want thousands of clients? Same thing with multi-level marketing. You have thousands of clients before you make 6-figure income. It's a full-time job managing just, even just 50 people versus thousands of people. Okay. It doesn't make sense, right? Day trading did that too. I made hundreds of $1,000s, lost hundreds of $1,000s overnight. I thought I was a genius. Did y'all remember COVID? Even before that, right? Thought I was genius. I was making hundreds of $1,000s, double my money all the time. And then one fateful day, I lose it all because you cannot control the market, right? And plus, you are trading against some of the biggest hedge funds with hundreds of professionals that are doing this day in, day out. Their single job is to take money out of your pocket. Okay. So don't do that. Okay. Franchise. I opened a franchise, boba tea, restaurant, all of that, $400,000 into it. 2 years to build it, to find out that I have a $50,000 a year job managing a bunch of teenagers. I don't want to manage a bunch of teenagers, okay? God bless you guys. I want to teach them. Now there's a 15 years old that I have helped with this business that make more than most adult make. But that's what I love to do, not just to hire them and teach them how to make minimum wage, okay? But anyway, that's not my whole family been doing all kind of business, from hair salon, the nail salon, to whatever, restaurant, to dry cleaner. We've done all of it, and they all have too much overhead. The traditional business have way too much overhead, okay, and it's way too much risk, okay. Multifamily, I done big deals too, invested in hundreds of units here, hundreds of units there, but the return on that is very minimal, like 5%, 10%. That's barely anything. I'm going to show you how to make 100% return on double your money every year through this business, at least, right? Now, disclaimer, it's not financial legal advice. I cannot give you that. And I'm not a lawyer. I'm not a accountant. So keep that in mind. All right. Being a realtor. Who in here has been a realtor? Traditional real estate, right? Done that too. Work nights and weekend. I was like, I don't want to do this forever. Okay. But you're a realtor. This is a great compliment to what you're already doing, because you're going to underwrite it differently once you get corporate clients paying double the market rent. Makes sense? And you can manage it on the back end. Okay. Write this down. If you don't have reoccurring income, you don't have a business, you have a job. Okay. All these things that I mentioned to you here, I had a job because I was working 40, 50 hours a week to make it happen. Okay. And I don't have really recurring income. Okay. I mean, multifamily I did, but that's like a few $100. I put 100K in to make like $500 a month. I mean, that doesn't change anything. You see, 100K in this business can make you 200K a year. That will change something. Make sense? Okay. I was frustrated. I was burned out. And I was trapped. So I was working 60 hours a week, lost, miserable, rock bottom, right? What are I going to do? But that's where I met somebody, gave me the epiphany. And I think that led into this now. The epiphany is, what if you don't have to own the property to make money from it? What if you can leverage other people's property and make money from it and get freedom, get passive income? Boom, light bulb. Why didn't I think about it before? Here's the crazy thing. Does Airbnb even own any properties? No. Does Uber even own any cars? No. And yet they become the biggest in their industry in the shortest amount of time. Why? Ask yourself that. Why? Because they understand how to leverage other people's stuff, guys. That's the key. Leverage OPP, other people's properties. Leverage other people's cars. You see? Leverage other people's knowledge. Leverage other people's relationship, understanding. That's the key I want you to understand, right? Leveraging other people, everything, relationship, everything. Make sense? So anyway, book a free call with us if you haven't already. I only have 5 spots for 1 hour. My 1 hour spot, you have to apply for it. I'm sorry I can't, take on everybody, right? I love my life and my wife too. So I set out about 5 hours. So, but even if you don't get me, I have 2 amazing advisors that can give you at least 30%, 30 minutes of their time. Okay. So either way, you're going to win, and absolutely free. Okay. Absolutely free right here. Right. It doesn't get better than that. This is my way of giving back to all the supportive, loyal followers for many years. I have a lot of loyal following for a lot of time, a lot of years, hundreds of thousands of followers. I really appreciate you guys for being here, and I look forward to helping you success. Okay. All right. Old motto is send your time for money directly. 1 hour, your life go X amount of dollars, and salary is even worse. And they told us to put money into a safe place, and hopefully it will be there. Okay. 50 years from now. Who in here know that anybody that actually this happened for and become a decade millionaire and actually enjoy life, travel around the world, You know, even if you do, I mean, who in here want to be traveling at 70 years old? You know, like not many, okay? Not many can, okay, unfortunately, right? So like this is not the model I want. This is like the model for the banker. Have you ever questioned why the banker in their 20s and 30s, the hedge fund manager, they're driving Ferrari, living mansion, and in their 20s and 30s, while people like slaving away all the time? Because this model is written for them. Make sense? Now, the new model, you want to create an equitable, scalable business model where you do not directly exchange your time for money. You want to earn money in your sleep. That's the biggest difference. You want to earn money in your sleep, okay? And you want to continue to reinvest to your business and have multiple streams of your income. Multiple streams of your income. That's take a screenshot of this. This is the key for you to have success, okay? Now, I have a student here, Desi. Are you able to jump on real quick? If you can, bring her on to give her a quick testimonial here. I don't know if she's still here, but yeah, I want to catch her before she, you know, I want to introduce you to somebody that we have helped within literally a couple months and have result right away. Okay, so Desi, are you on? Can
Yes. Hi. How are you?
awesome.
Hi,
Good.
Doctor.
Can
Yeah.
you hold on? Can you spotlight her, guys? Awesome. Desi, everybody give Desi a hand.
Thank you.
Welcome, welcome. Yeah, super excited for you. Okay.
Thank
So
you.
tell us where you from and what you're doing right now for work.
Okay. I'm from Indonesia originally. So I moved to America as a international student, and then I have my finance degree and worked for Microsoft for a couple years, UPS, just as finance the analyst. But then I
Mm-hmm.
married for the last 20 years and become a stay-home mom in the past 14 years. Um, and,
Nice, nice.
and then I love investing. So in 2022, I purchased a condo and then I made it to STR, Airbnb.
Mm-hmm.
And then, but the thing is, my investment, I mean, I didn't do research thoroughly. So it was only actually for 30 days or longer because of the zone, the condo zoning. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
so I accidentally fell into the midterm rental. Um,
Mm-hmm.
but that's I my clientele mostly from traveling nurse. And that was big in 2020, I think, in the COVID time. Um,
Yeah.
and now, but then nowadays, I think they are more they get pay kind of scaled down, like they're not really as big as before. So
Mm-hmm.
I think our the income is not that's not the where the money come from. So
Right.
accidentally apa you came accidentally into my feed, Dr. Chow, about
Okay.
housing and
Uh-huh.
housing. So
Awesome.
I joined you in August. So thank God. And then I actually had a rental arbitrage
Mhm.
for 5 bedroom house. And
Yeah.
now my I mean it's been kind of there's an action there for I have construction workers, and then so I also do a co-host. So I
Yeah.
brave enough to do one more co-host deal. So now
Right. So literally within not only even not only not even 2 months, you have two deals now. When I put it to the audience, right? One arbitrage and one co-hosting.
yeah,
Now the arbitrage, you're able to rent it out from some the arbitrage, meaning she rents out a home, she furnish it, and then she sublease it out to companies now. And the company, so
mm-hmm.
how much are you renting it for, and how much is the company paying you to rent from you?
I rent this 5 bedroom house in LA for $4,000 a month, and
Mhm.
I put it out as 7,900 per month,
Mhm.
and then but
Yeah.
yeah, so then that's how much I get. But I mean, because of the for the first month is 20% off. Um,
Right. right? So about 7,000 right now, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so you're making roughly at least 2,500, 3,000 a month, and it's because your first month you're giving 20% off. Later, you're even gonna make even more, 3 to
Yes.
4,000 a month from one deal. Imagine
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
Now, some people here, I'm sure I did too. I had jobs that I didn't even make that much and work 40 hours a week, right?
yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
So then I get also an inquiry after this one done, for
Mhm.
insurance claim, and then that will pay
Absolutely.
700 full. So
Okay, 7 to 900 full, about 8,000. Okay.
yes, around 8,000. Yes.
Awesome. You see what I'm saying? Boom. One deal, she making at least 3, 4,000 a month. Okay. Literally, a couple of those deals, she make pretty much 6 figure income. And here's the crazy thing. How much time after you set it up and everything, how much time do you actually work this business per month?
Oh wow. I mean, it's maybe 5 hours a week because it's
5 hours a week.
communication. It's all,
That's right.
yes.
That's right. 5 hours a week. That's it, guys. That's what I'm talking about, right? Literally 5 hours a week. I have that written on my board here. Okay. That's funny. 5 hours a week, right? And
Yeah.
now you did another deal. Now with the second deal, you did co-host. Or another word for that is you simply be the consultant connecting the corporate clients to the homeowner, right? And you manage the process. And
Mhm.
with that one, it literally zero money down, right? You didn't really put in much money down, right? You muted, Desi. Yeah. See, you can unmute.
It's not allowed.
Yeah.
Can
Uh-huh.
you can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Oh,
Uh-huh. So with the second one, did you have to put any money down?
no. This
No.
it's a different business model. So basically, we just get 15% to 20% from what you teach me. So I found this landlord that actually willing to try this business model. So she interested. She heard about corporate housing and insurance housing, and then I said yes, I can help you manage and then network with the companies, and so then that's maybe another maybe 5,000 a month because that's around 2 times of the long-term rental, 5,000 a
Mm.
month, and I still get 15% from that.
Nice, nice. Exactly. You guys catch that? So she put zero money down and she has now learned the art of arbitrage. The arbitrage, she sublease, she invested some money for the furniture and all of that. She make more, but with the co-hosting, she not putting any money down and she making money from it. What kind of return is that if you don't put zero money down and you making passive income from it? That's called infinite return. Okay. Okay. So cheers to that. Okay. And that's awesome, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you also you have kids too, right?
Yeah, I have 3 kids. The
Wow.
youngest one 5. She's born in
Wow.
pocket time. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So you have little kids too. So if anybody's busy, it's probably you, right? Working mom are the busiest, right? So if anybody that thinking about doing this, what would you tell them if they, if they're looking at also before that, how has our mentorship, how is our coaching and everything, all the assets, the script, everything that we have, how did that help you to do this?
Uh, yeah, I believe that. I think you give me a sense of community and accountability. And then so then it makes me realize, oh, why am I stuck with this just one property for a couple years? uh
Right.
and then now you basically give me some kind of about give a very big push for me to just let's do it again. If this works, why not do it again? So and
Right.
a lot of resources about the leases contracts and how to talk to them, and then all the platforms where to list them. So my knowledge is basically only very 10% of than what you have. You have, what I know is only just 2 websites, and you have a lot, Dr. Chow.
Thank you, thank you. So, question: if you know, if it was like, could have you have done it without us? Usually, yes, but it's gonna take you like 10 times longer. When you say that's fair to say, it's probably
Yeah,
cost you 10 more, right? In the long run, right?
yeah, I think so. I think it's good to have a community and mentorship, to
Absolutely.
you up to grow more. I
Yes.
def-
So what would you tell people who on the sideline, on the fence, are thinking about doing this business or thinking about joining our community? What would you tell them?
I would tell them, I mean, to consider a mentorship, apa to grow yourself, to learn, apa to be more, have invest yourself in education, and that makes you expand your knowledge. Then you will be more, have room to grow, and actually, yeah, to scale, to in because I mean, otherwise you don't know what's the potential you can make.
Right, exactly. Now you see the potential, right? A couple of deals and you probably almost replace your income. Do it, and you only been doing this for 2 months, right? So imagine where you're gonna be a year from now. If you do this right, a year from now, you should have 12 properties making at least 20, 30,000 a month. Can you see it?
Yes, I can see it. I think at least if you just have 2 properties, you actually can quit your job.
Exactly. Exactly. Okay. That's
No.
it, right? Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Now she's I keep in mind she's in California, so she can make more from each property, okay? But in Texas or in other places, you're gonna need about 4 or 5 properties. But the point is just a few properties and you literally can quit your job and the rest of that you're working 5 hours a week, right? Is that true? There you
Yes.
go. Like, what else you gonna do with the rest of your time? Take care of your family, take care of your kids. And here's the thing: does the clients ever like, "Hey, Desi, let's go for coffee. Let's talk for an hour."
Oh
Is it?
no. Yeah, no, they don't actually. Wow, they value privacy, and then that's, you just basically communicate online, and then nothing ever happened. Yeah, I mean, of course,
Awesome, right?
the beginning is active work. You set up the property, you furnish, you
Yeah.
invest in some money and furniture, but after that, it's all just automatically making money for you.
Yeah, exactly. So that's the thing that I love. You don't have to spend all this time, right? To to service the client. You will love them, but they want their privacy, right? So that's the key to get you your freedom. And you can literally manage everything on your phone, right? So you can literally like travel, do whatever you want to do, right? So awesome. Give Desi a hand, guys. Thank you for coming. Appreciate you. Awesome. All right, guys, let's get back to it. So now y'all, hopefully you can believe, okay? And it doesn't matter what I say, but if as long as you believe it, whether you think you can, you can't, you are right. Remember that. Henry Ford, okay? So I want to pass on that belief on to you that you can do this, okay? If immigrants like me or even Desi can come here with no English, no money, and able to accomplish this, why not you? You know, and why not now, right? And I have like hundreds of testimonials like Desi, hundreds of them. I actually dropped the testimonial link in the chat. You know, you can literally see like hundreds of them. Okay, so here, right? It doesn't matter what color you come from, what's your background, black, white, yellow. I don't care. We have people for you. You're a teacher, if you are a doctor, lawyer, it doesn't matter. Hundreds of them. Okay, so no excuses. Okay, no excuses. You can make excuses, or you can make freedom happen. Okay, so let's make freedom happen. All right, for you and your family. Okay, so let's dive in here. Let's go back to the new model. So these ideas that I share with you, you might think, oh, whatever, get to the tactic, get to the how to, blah, blah, blah. But guys, if you don't understand this, if you don't really like truly get it in your heart, in your system, you know, you're missing the whole point. Okay. The whole point is not just to earn extra buck. The whole point is not just to make some good money, blah, blah, blah. No, the point is get absolute freedom so you can really take care of your family the way they deserve, the way you promised them. What's the key to freedom? What's the holy grail to financial freedom? Pop down the chat, guys. What is the holy grail to financial freedom? Is it your job? You know, who in here like think that job is the best thing? No, probably not, right? Okay. Is it your house, your home that you bought? Or is it your your self-employed business? Okay. But I love for all these billionaires, the key to financial freedom is MSIs, multiple sources of income backed up by real estate. Write that down. Multiple sources of income backed up by real estate. Okay. The reason why is this has been done over thousands of years. That's why Lord become Lord, King become kings, because they own land and they literally rent out the land to the peasants. Okay, and they have freedom. Okay, it's nothing new, and that's why it work. Okay, because the richest, the wealthiest, the smartest have figured out that this is the best business to be in, is the business of rental. Okay. Now the challenge with traditional rental is a lot of headaches, a lot of stuff. But that's why we have corporate housing. That's why we have zero eviction for the past 10 years doing this, hundreds of hundreds of deals. Is that crazy, right? And zero like headache, pretty much, because they are companies, they are insurance company, they have money, they have funds. Does that make sense? Okay. And now you can leverage other people's property so you don't have to buy the property. The old days, you gotta like if you're not born wealthy, you kind of screw because you can't buy property. Like freaking California, like that's, can tell you that that 5-bedroom home is worth $1 million. If she's gonna buy that, that's $200,000 down payment. With the mortgage and everything, she's not gonna make anything. Even if she make money, that's hundreds of thousands of dollars in. You see? And now you can literally, she can like rent it for a few $1,000 and make money from it. Or she can co-host it for zero money down and make money from it. Does that make sense? So very important as to show you. Okay, the hallway is on your own. I was really confused about picking the right location, strategy, managing staff, hospitality experience, etc. I lost thousands of hours and literally hundreds of thousands of dollars, really. If you look at the opportunity cost, and closed down more than 10 of these corporate housing Airbnbs. But the good news is I can save you from all these nightmares, okay? Because I had no mentor, I had no support group. I started doing Airbnb 15 years ago, corporate housing 10 years ago. Back then there was nobody doing this. Okay. So literally had to figure out every little thing the hard knocks way, the hard way. Okay. So good thing that you don't have to. Even with that, I scaled it to 20 something corporate housing and got freedom. Why is corporate housing different than anything you ever done before? Because one, the clients stay for months instead of days versus regular vacation rental while paying you double the market rent. Remember, double the market rent. Why do they do that? Because it's cheaper than hotels. If you have 4 employees, are you going to rent 4 hotels or 1 home? Which one is cheaper for you? You know, which one is less expensive? Which one is more affordable? Right? Of course, the 1 home, you see? So there's a market for that. And if you are families who are going through flood, hurricane, fire, knock on wood, right? Do you want to stay at a home while your home get renovated, or you want to stay at a hotel with your dogs? You're gonna poop everywhere. No, of course, right? You want to stay at the home, you see? So that's why it work. And because it's only like they stay for 3 months, 6 months at a time, they're not going to rent out a whole vacant house and furnish and do all of that. They just pay you because it's not their money anyway. It's insurance money. The insurance is obligated to pay on the insurance agreement. Does that make sense? And they have a ton of money, right? All these company has a ton of money. So they're not going to do anything to mess up your property. Even if they do, they're going to pay for it. And their employees is not going to do crazy thing like vacation rental. They're going to probably rent your vacation rental down the street and party in that, but they're not gonna do it in my corporate housing, on Desi corporate housing, because they're not gonna want to lose their job. Does that make sense? So it's 10 times less management, 10 times more freedom, because it's corporate clients, because this is the one single amazing business, guys. Get that with your head. Every other business out there, the more you want to make money, the more you have to talk to the client, the more time you have to spend with them. If you're a doctor, even if you're a lawyer, you're making like $300 an hour, but you still have to talk to them for an hour to make 300 bucks. You see? So most of them are burned out. You know, I was a doctor, I was making six-figure income. I was burned out, okay? Because I have to talk to like 400, like, I mean, hundreds of clients a week. You know, that's a lot. Okay. I'd rather not do that. Like, I love my patient, but corporate America just suck the life out of you. They don't really care about us. They care about the numbers. That I realized that very fast, very early on. And thank God I did, because otherwise I look at my mentor who was there 20 years, I told you about, eventually become my student in this business. Okay. So that's the thing I'm talking about. Corporate America is really bad. Okay. And I'm not about that, right? I'm all about freedom, more about enjoying your life. Because life is short, guys. Come on, you know. But anyway, 10 times less management, 10 times more freedom, 10 times less risk and less headache, because this is a business to business versus business to consumer. Does that make sense, guys? This is a business to business, you know. You have like the reason why most problem in real estate is you rent it out to a regular mom and pop who, if they lose their job, there's a downturn, they can't pay rent. Or you have a vacation rental, and what's the first thing people cut during a down economy? Their vacation. Hello, right? Or something drastic happened like COVID and nobody was traveling anymore. And all the vacation rental billion-dollar companies shut down. My company thrived during COVID because we have corporate contract, lock in 3 months, 6 months with 90% renewal rate. That's the key thing too. Vacation rental, nobody renew, nobody extend, maybe 1%. This we have like 90 something percent they're gonna extend, because guys, y'all done any renovation? Has any renovation ever finished on time? No, right? 99% of the time they don't. Okay. Now that's renovation. If you have any corporate experience, you know any corporate projects gonna take longer than they thought. They're gonna cost more than they thought. That's also happened about 90% of the time. So the best phone call I ever get is, hey, Dr. Chau, can I please extend our stay for another 2 months? I can wire you another 8,000 a month, no problem. Okay. That was easy. Okay. Yeah, y'all have an easy button right here. I have easy button. And just said that was easy. Okay. That was easy, right? I mean, what do you got to do during those 2 months if they extended? Like, you got to go and make them coffee. You got to like, take them to dinner. You got to talk to them for an hour a day. No, they don't want to see you. They just want to leave me alone. I mean, you're a tenant, right? You understand? When was the last time you want to talk with your landlord? Only when something broken, okay? And that's it, right? And they get it fixed. That's all. That's all you need. Okay. So, and then escape a lot of regulations and a lot of tax exempt. Now, this one, what this means is if you do short-term rental, there's a lot of regulation because hotels don't want you to succeed. Okay. The government bring down your neck. Now, disclaimer, this is not financial legal advice. This is not tax advice either. Okay. This is my opinion for doing this for a long time. Up to you whether you want to listen to it or not. Because with longer stay, 30 days or longer, you escape a lot. It's not exactly hotel. You escape the hotel tax, which is like 15% of revenue, which is like 30% of your profit, 40% of your profit, a lot. Okay. So that's what I mean, right? And then a lot of time you don't have to do a lot of these short-term rental like permit and crazy stuff, you know, where because the stays of 30 days or longer. You see, so those are the regular, and plus you have a ton of tax. I gotta be careful when I say this, but if you are an employee and you don't have a business in America, you're paying a lot in taxes. Okay, America is built for entrepreneurs. There are tax write-off with businesses. I highly encourage you to do that. Okay. And real estate is like one of the best business for you to have the most amount of tax write-off. Okay. I have a lot of my clients who are, corporate executive paying 6 figures in taxes. Okay. And they don't have a business. I'm like, guys, what are you doing? You got to have the business in America. Come on, that's what America is built on. Okay. Make sense? Okay. That's why we build this community for a reason. So what is the difference between short term and midterm? Short term is anything few days for a few weekends. Midterm is longer, like usually for months. Our average stay about 3 to 6 months with 90% extension rate. Okay. Short term vacation. People, what they do in vacation? They have fun. They do drugs, alcohol, common. They throw parties, they throw events. They book for 2 people and like 100 people show up, and they're like, "Oh, my cousin, my distant cousin from another cousin's," right? That happened before. And they just trash the place. One bad tenant can really trash the whole place, and it sucks. Okay, but midterm tenants are professional. They don't want to lose their job, right? The company is hiring them to do this job, and if they do anything stupid, they're gonna lose their job. Who wouldn't want to lose their job? No, it's a necessity, not a want. Where vacation rental is a want, a luxury. Make sense? And then with the midterm, you also have insurance families who going through renovations or going through disaster, whatever, and they are responsible people who have homeowner insurance. So they're already homeowners, so they know how to take care of their credit, their property. They are trustworthy people, and that's why they don't want to lose their home while they have no home. They're literally displaced. You see, so they're not gonna do anything stupid either. Make sense? So that's why it's way less management. It's like 20, 30 times less management than vacation rental. Okay, because hey, just logical, common sense, guys. When I was managing 20 something vacation rental, we have an average stay check in, check out every few days. Imagining every day there's like 10 check in, 10 check out. That's gonna drive me nuts. Okay. Now, the midterm stay 3 to 6 months. So it's 30 times longer than the short term stay. So if it's 30 times longer, then the workload is 30 times less. Does that make sense logically? Right? So that's why Desi says she only spend like a few hours a week, and that's it. And she make like as much of her job now with only probably 2 months in. I mean, that's ridiculous. Where can you get that? Guys, I had to go to school for 8 years to become a doctor, pay 400K, sleep on couches, like literally mattress, freezing cold, survival of dollar menu, McDonald's dollar menu, $5 Walmart chicken, anybody? $5 Little Caesar pizza, $5 Subway sandwich, 12-inch, one for breakfast, one for lunch, one for dinner. I've been there, okay? I know, okay? Ramen noodle, all of that for 8 years to make what? 10K a month I was making. Maybe max like 12, 14K, 15K a month if I work overtime. Working 40, 50 hours a week with no end in sight. And I could lose my job anytime. Okay, I could lose my license. One mistake, I could lose my license anytime. With this, what's best about this that I just, I want to share to you is even if one of them don't work out, guys, you can just open one up how fast? Like that, right? And if you have like 5 properties, 10 properties, okay, so you have one of them is not working out, but you have 10 property, instead of making 20,000 a month, you're making 17,000 a month. Is that okay? And how fast can you open one up like that, right? How fast can you get another job? A long time. How fast can you get another degree? A long time. How fast can you get another business going? A long time. Like years. Okay. Make sense? Now, why do we do arbitrage? Arbitrage is a fancy word of the difference between one price versus another. So we will rent it for one price and re-rent it out for another price. Like Desi, she rented that home, that house for $4,000, and then she re-rented out the company for $8,000. So she's making 3 to 4,000 a month. Make sense? Simple, right? That's it. Rent to rent. Why do we do that? Because For example, that house that Desi rented is worth $1 million, literally. If she want to buy that regularly, traditionally, is she has to put out $200,000 down payment. She got to do like $50,000 in rehab, $100,000 in rehab, spend a year to rehabbing it before it hit the market. That's freaking like $250,000. Versus if you rent it, she only need 1 month rent, 1 month deposit, like literally like 10K max, with furniture like another 10K max. And that's California rent. Okay. If you're looking at like Texas rent is even cheaper. Now you make less, but you see for one home that she buy, she can do 10 of these arbitrage. Y'all want to make money from 10 houses or one house? Put down in chat. It's not a trick question, right? We'll make money 10 from 10 houses or one house. 10, right? You want to wait, save up the money, buy the houses like I did for a long time, took forever to buy just like one house. If you want 10 houses, 10 houses, it's going to be like 30 years. Or you can go out and do like what Desi did, one a month, and she on her way to do 10 houses within 10 months and making at least 20 to 30,000 a month. Imagine you guys have 10 houses right now, making you 20, 30,000 a month. Passively every month, corporate clients paying you your monthly income. Guys, who cares what's going on out there? You know, right? Who cares what the economy is? You create your own economy, okay? Who cares who's in office? You create your own presidency, your own office. You get it? Who cares what the future is? You create your own future. The best way to predict the future is to create it by investing in yourself, by learning the skill set, by learning the mindset. That's so important because with the right mindset, with the right skill set, with the right relationship, the right mentorship, the right community, don't you think that you can be successful in anything that you do? Right? Exactly. That's what. Okay. So, yes. Okay, so this is the formula, guys. Screenshot this. This is all you need for you to get freedom. Month one, do one deal, make 2K a month in passive income. Month two, you do two more, now you're 6K. Month three, you do two more, now you're 10K. In 3 months, you can make 10K a month. Literally, most of you can retire from your job. 3 months. If not, you do that 2 a month. By month 6, you have 12 property, 11 property, make you 20 something K a month. That's 264K a year. That's $2.6 million in 10 years. If you do nothing else, you put this into a trust fund, spit this out for 20, 30,000 a month, your kids are taken care of. Your grandkids are taken care of. So now they can pursue their passion, their purpose versus the dollar. Make sense? And if that's not enough, you do two more. Now, by a year, you have 20 something property, making you 40, 50K a month passively, working a few hours a week. Because after 5 properties, I'm going to show Desi how she can hire a manager and manage everything. So she literally work even 10 times less than 5 hours a week. Each of these property, it should be like 1 hour a month after she have a manager in place. Make sense? I'm not sure how to do that. Okay. So that's what I'm talking about. You guys get it? This is the exact game plan that I have done to get freedom at 33. And I have helped so many people to do that as well. You know, so take a screenshot of this, put this on a wall somewhere, and this is all you need. Like, you don't learn this in school, guys. What I'm saying, I got my MBA and all that. You don't learn from, I mean, it's funny. We pay all this money to go learn from an employee. I was looking at my professor in my MBA class, and he's making like 100K a year, working 40, 50 hours a week. And I'm like, if I do exactly what you do, or if I learn from you, how can I make millions of dollars? So that's when I started flying around and learn from all these billionaires, like these literally billionaires, I was like, I don't know how they did it. I want to figure it out. You see? And they all have one thing in common. All these billionaires behind me here, they have one thing in common. You know what they did? They make a lot of money in business, but they all have invest in real estate. They all have passive income from real estate. That's how they're able to literally do whatever they want to do and have freedom. Make sense? Okay. So what other Airbnb gurus don't tell you? I book a free call with us if you haven't already. That's a link in the chat, okay? So other people, a lot of people, nobody really know about the corporate housing, okay? We are like the only one, the original who actually teach this and went viral on social media because everybody is doing vacation rental and teaching people how to do Airbnb and stuff like that. And I was like, guys, if you're doing Airbnb, you're doing vacation rental, you're building a castle on sand. What do I mean? Remember COVID? Remember 9/11? What happened overnight? All the vacation rental shut down overnight, went like literally done. $1 billion company done. My company survived and thrive because we have corporate contract in place for 3 to 6 months. Make sense? So that's what I mean. Okay. Now the fast method, find the right location, ask to sublease, ask to set up to stand out, T to tap into the corporate clients. This is the proprietary 4-step system that I come up with for our students, and it's pretty simple, 4 steps to success. Okay. So how do you find the right location? The myth is I don't know where to find a deal. Guys, once you figure out, it's super simple. It's called a 3 H's system. It's actually 6 H's, but for my student, I reserve the other 3 for them. The 3 for free for you right now is highways, hospitals, and hotels. When 2 highway intersect, there's hospitals and hotels around there. Why? Because they know that's where the money's at. Okay, that's where the attention goes, money flow. Okay, so the government put trillions of dollars into the highway system. They already done the research. If a company put $100 million to open a resort, $1 billion to open a hospital, don't you think they done their research? Question: do you need to do more research on them? How? No, you can't. I mean, it's you're freaking like, they already invested millions of dollars. Why reinvent the wheel? Why not leverage their resources? You get it? 3 H's: highways, hospitals, and hotels. Yeah, we have a total of 6 H's, but the other 3 H's are reserved for my client, my student only. Okay, I can't be giving out everything. Then my client's like, "What the hell are we paying for?" Okay, I'll be real with you guys. All right. So, but the 3 H's, this can get you going. When 2 highway intersect, okay, with the hospitals, there's hotel, you're good to go. Okay, so as a matter of fact, let me analyze the market for you. Okay, like I said, I can reward people who stay. So right now, drop in the chat some market, or if you have a deal, I can analyze it for you for free right now. Okay, so first come first serve. Do 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 do. Boston. All right, Zoom user. Can you please like maybe change your name so I can know your name? That'd be great. You know. But if not, it's okay. iPhone too, please. I love to know, just your first name. That's all. Have a landlord in San Diego. There you go. Perfect. So if you have a area in San Diego you want me to analyze, let me know. Okay. So what you do, you go to Google Maps, you put in Boston. Yeah, I'll share with you. Put it in Boston. Okay. There you go. And you want to look at what highways are around. Okay. What highways are around. Okay. Because this is a public event, you don't have to share the address. Just like give me the vicinity of the area will be great. If you don't mind sharing the address, that'd be great too. It's up to you. Okay. But anyway, Boston highways. Avoid downtown. Downtown, a lot of restrictions. You don't want to be in downtown. You want to be in the suburbs, or at least just a little bit outside of downtown. There's a lot of regulation, a lot of politics. Parking sucks too. Okay. So you see all these highways over here? put in hospitals. You see where the hospital congregate? Of course, some in downtown and all of that, but look, there's the clusters, looking for clusters. So there's a cluster south here. There's a cluster west of here. There you go. Okay. Now you want to put in hotels. Now with a hotel, of course, you don't want to be like choosing the motel. So you want to be at least, I say, depending on where you are, but at least like $100 or more. Okay. Okay. So you see a bunch of hotel that are clusters over here in this highway system. You see this cluster right here between these two highways. Okay. That's where you want to be right here. Okay. You see this another cluster right here. All right. That's where you want to be. Okay. Maybe up north a little bit. You can even narrow down further. What are some more expensive hotels? Let's say $300 or more. Where they at? Okay. So these are more nicer area, right? Maybe $200. So as you see, when I do that, the north here have a lot less hotel that are expensive. What does that tell you? You don't want to be there. You want to rather be down here. You see, right down here in this cluster, you know, these are the good areas you want to be in. Make sense? Okay. So then what you do, you simply go into Zillow and you find in this cluster. You see the circle here? I just circle you the Inman Square, this circle here, this circle down here, you know, Boston Children's Hospital, where all these museum of arts and all of that stuff, okay? You go on Zillow, put in Boston. What are some criterias? 4-bedroom, 2-bath first. If you can get that, that'd be great. Even if you can get 5-bedroom, that'd be even awesome. The more bedroom, the better. Click on entire place. Click on houses, not apartments or condo or townhouse. Those could be okay, but you know, if you already have that's yours, you can maximize it. We can help you do that. But if you're gonna expand the business, why not go after the single family home? You're gonna make more, and it's a better like small space, and it's the same amount of work if you rent out a 5-bedroom like Desi did or a 1-bedroom. They're like pretty much the same, very similar amount of work. You understand? You know, there's like one lease, one client, you know, so why not go for the big boys and make more money, you know, and work less, right? So think bigger, guys. There's the magic of thinking big. That's a great book. Okay. So check this out. 4-bedroom. This is Boston. So this is very expensive and the market is competitive. Click on remove boundaries. Okay. Okay. So you zoom in. Okay. And you're looking at houses that are able that you can rent from or sublease or manage. The zero money down strategy too. You want to look for unprofessional, like non-professional picture. That means that it's not, you know, there's opportunities there. Bad picture is good. Okay. That means there are opportunities there. Does that make sense? Okay. And you don't want to be talking to a management company because a management company, they already, you know, professionally manage it. Okay. How do you know if it's a management company? Like this. This is a management company. They have logo, brand, and everything. But the picture is not as professional, so it's probably not a big company. But at the same time, but some of them will able to you to do it. You know, you just gotta communicate the right way. Right. So this example, this is one of the deal right here. You can rent this for 5,000, go back to rent to company for 10,000. You see? And you can find a property that is by listing agent or by property owner. That's even way better. Because that mean like this one listing agent, you see? This mean it's not professionally like by a professional company. Make sense? This is like literally iPhone picture. Okay. So there's opportunities there. You see? Boom, I just found you like a couple of deals right there. Easy. You see? Now you do 3-bedroom, 2-bath, you're gonna have a lot more options. So after you do done with the 4-bedroom, go to 3-bedroom. Okay. And you want to search for by the property owner. That'd be even better. This one is 5-bedroom. Ooh, that's interesting. You see? So that's it. We found a few deals. And guess what, guys? All these people, it's not a cold call. Remember that, it's a warm call. People already want you to rent from them. You know, we rent from them. Right, we do have a network for that. Downtown New Haven, we're parking, okay? Warren Street, I'm near several. Okay, because of time, I have to move to the next market here. I want respect to everybody. So I want the next place that I'll do is San Diego, right? So you go to here, search for San Diego. Okay. Boom. Love San Diego, been there several times. Great market. All right. Put in hotels. Where are the hotels? Boom. Hospitals. Okay. You see how hospitals are like near highway intersection? Highway intersection, highway intersection. There you go. And then hotels. Change the price, $200 or more. You see a cluster here, a cluster here, a cluster here. Those are the 3 areas in San Diego you should be focusing on. You got it? Pretty simple, right? Boom. So what you do, go over to Zillow, pop in San Diego. Look for 3-bedroom, 2-bath or bigger. Zoom in. Boom. Look, guys, I know Mission Bay is super expensive. And if you're going to buy a home, it's going to be like crazy for you to buy one, right? But you want to have a home that you can make money from, you can literally rent it for 5,000 here. Example, this one, and rent it out for 10,000 and make 5,000 a month. One deal, 5,000 a month. That's more than most people make for a lifetime. I mean, for their job. This is about listed by property owner. Cha-ching. When I say property owner, it's a cha-ching time, okay? Look at this, guys. Just found you a deal this fast, okay? And sometimes the owner have furniture in there too that you can use, right? They don't have to move it out, you see? All right. See, this one is for furnish. Literally, they have furniture in this one. Boom. Amazing deal. For 5,000 in San Diego, in like close to Mission Bay, that is insane deal. The reason why this homeowner give you this deal because they don't know the value of what they have. They don't have the connection that we have. They don't know how to get the corporate clients that will pay them 10,000 a month. We do. Makes sense? Great opportunity here. Get it? Boom. This one deal you can literally make $5,000 a month from. Is that crazy? One deal. And guess what? I'm sure this homeowner have all the houses. And look how close this one is to the beach, guys. Okay. Now, for those of you who just love hospitality and love vacation rental, you can do a hybrid model on this one. I'm not against vacation rental. I'm just saying 80% of your business should come from corporate housing, at least. You know, it's a lot more stable. But this one would qualify for a hybrid model where you make big bucks on the vacation rental peak seasons, and then the rest of the season you do corporate housing with. You see? Boom, just found your deal right there. Isn't that awesome? Okay. Nice. There's a lot of good deals out here, you know? You see what I'm saying? Yeah, and you don't want to go like way too high in prices. So the average market rent is good. Like this one is an amazing view, so that's why they charge 8,000 a month. Okay. You don't have to go all the way to 8,000 here. But even if you have the wherewithal, it's worth it. Now this one, I would recommend a co-hosting or a zero money down strategy. Okay. Because you're not putting any money down, right? So why would the landlord do that? Because the landlord going to make more than rent out traditionally. This one, you can easily pull in 16,000 a month, right? So you making 20% of that is 3,000 a month. You're making 3,000 a month for this one. Once you pull in 16,000 a month, you get it? After utilities, expenses, everything, the landlord will get at least 12,000 a month. So the landlord's still making like $3,000 more a month. I mean, they're gonna be your best friend. Does that make sense? While you making 3,000, you see, and you managing everything, and it doesn't. Here's the whisper, guys. It doesn't take a lot to manage. Don't tell them that, okay? The thing is, vacation rental is a lot of work and a lot of stuff, but it's not. We're doing corporate housing. That's why it's so much less work. Does that make sense? Okay. And we have system in place where you don't have to do a lot of that work. Okay. Yes. So we have we tested like hundreds and thousands of companies, and we have that secret list of companies that's proprietary information for our clients only. But if you want more and see if we're a good fit, you can book a one-on-one with us, and there's a link in the chat. You want to book a one-on-one, and then see if we're a good fit for what we do as well, and see how I can help you. So why don't you book a one-on-one? And if you qualify, then I'd love to see you and give you that hour. Okay. So that link in the chat. All right. And then I will analyze that specific deals for you too. Okay. Um, so what about downtown New Haven with parking? Okay. Probably San Diego, New Haven, Connecticut, New Haven. All right, let's do one more. New Haven. You're getting the jits? Actually, I think that it's a good time to move on here because of time. We've been in for a while, and I want to respect everybody's time. So we don't have much time left, about 30 minutes left. Okay. So let's go into how do you talk to the corporate clients. Okay. You don't see a link, the link is right there. In the Rianne. Rianne is my executive assistant. Give them a hand. Okay, that's a link to book right there. Just fill that out real quick. And if you don't do that, might as well go watch Netflix, honestly, okay? Because I'm not as entertaining as Netflix, you know? I mean, the biggest difference between I find the people who are very successful, they take action very quickly. Because without action, nothing can happen. It's only a dream, okay? And if you don't take action in this call at the moment of inspiration, do you really think you're gonna take action when you sit on the couch and watch Netflix or whatever and get busy and get the dogs and kids and all of that? No, right? So take action now, guys. What are you waiting for? It's a free call. Okay, just to see if it's a good fit for us with you as well. I'm gonna advise you, give you like we're gonna walk out with a strategy and game plan and everything. And then if I like you and if you qualify what we do, I might invite you to be a part of the community. It's an invite only community. We don't just accept anybody because I don't need any, I don't need to. Like that's why I build my business. I do business with people who I like and trust. Okay. And people who are coachable. So that's why I'm gonna be, if you want to join us, I'm gonna be interviewing you as much as you're trying to see if it's a good fit for you. Does that make sense? Because, you know, we've been blessed to have a really good group, and we don't necessarily need anybody. We want to make sure it's the right fit for us. 3 things to look for in a potential member. Number 1, being coachable. If you're not coachable, I can't help you. Number 2 is good attitude. No negativity allowed in the community. Okay. Negativity is infectious. Same as positivity. Third thing is a giver, right? Being a giver. That's very important as well. Okay. All right. And then how do you talk to the client after that? Okay. So if you go to here, I'm going to pull that up. How do you talk with the client? So mastering the art of gaining landlord approval. Okay. Getting them to back you to sublease the property. Okay. This is very important, guys. If you master this art, the world is your oyster. Okay. Imagining you can have access to any property around America and you provide more value to them, you can have anything you ever wanted. Okay. The more you help people get what they want, the more you're going to get what you want. All right. Myth: no landlord will agree to sublease. That's a myth, because we're going to take care of the property like it's our own. Number 2, we get professionally clean every few months. We pay for it. Number 3, any repairs under $200 a month, we get fixed ourselves. And number 4, our clients are professional. They're homeowner, so they're not gonna do anything to jeopardize their job. Boom. This is what you tell the landlord. Make sense? This is what you tell them. If you're a landlord and I come to you and I tell you all these things, wouldn't it make sense just to be open for a conversation? If not, then you're not a good fit for me. Does that make sense? You are interviewing them as much as they're interviewing you, because the reality is the landlord need you more than you need them. Because if you're a landlord in any certain amount period of time, regular landlord with regular tenant sucks. Okay. Literally sucks with big letter. Why? Because as you know, regular tenant, they don't care about the property. So they're gonna wear and tear the property down. So any profit you make, you're gonna have to repair the property. You know that. Secondly, they're not gonna clean the property like we do. If something happened, they can't pay rent. I mean, they're not gonna be out on the street. They're gonna drag it along for months in eviction court. And that's on, that's the worst thing for any landlord. Make sense? With us, I mean, guess how many evictions we have for the past 10 years doing this? Hundreds of properties, hundreds of deals. Okay. If you get 0, that's right. Hundreds of property, hundreds of deals. Isn't that crazy? Okay. So these are the 4 things. These are the 4 things. How much you need to invest or credit score? It will depend on your situation. That's why we have these calls too. Depending on your situation, I'm gonna recommend or customize a mentorship package for you if it's a good fit for us. Okay. All right. The credit score, I mean, if we go over this too, if you have good credit, that's great. If you don't have good credit, that's still a chance for you. You can communicate in a way where the landlord sometimes don't even check your credit. Okay. So these are the 4 key points that you want to be able to leverage and understand. Is 1, we take care of the property like it's our own because our business, right? 2, we get professionally clean every few months. We pay for it. 3, any repairs under $200 a month, we get to fix ourselves. Okay. 4, our clients are professional. They have well-rounded careers and they're not going to do anything to jeopardize their job, right? Now you're a client, we have 7-figure script, literally word by word, and all the how to, if they say this, you say that, all of that for our clients. Okay. Myth is HOA won't agree to midterm rental. That's a myth. Okay. Some of them they do, and some of them they don't. Okay. But here's the thing. You can find areas where HOA are more lenient or no HOA. Make sense? Some HOA allow for 30 days or more rental. They do. That's why we do midterm. And there's abundance of properties, guys. You put on Zillow for rent, boom, every day there's new deals out there. Okay. This is not like traditional rental where, you know, you have to make like traditional real estate where you have to make like 1,000 phone calls to get like, you know, most of them cuss you out because you're trying to buy it for 50% off. Try to do a fix and flip and buy it for, or do wholesaling, whatever, right? No, you know, these are people who already, and maybe you get like one or two lucky shot after 1,000 phone calls. No, these are people who already want to rent their homes. They already are warm to talk to you. They already are begging for somebody to take care of their property. See the difference? It's so much easier than regular real estate. Okay. Subleasing is illegal or against rental agreement. That's a myth. Put in writing. Subleasing clause in the lease agreement, legal in the US for decades. Okay. This is very common in the commercial business, commercial real estate, master lease concept, right? Very common. Okay. Now, residential is not that very common. Not most people don't know about it, but it does exist. As long as you have it in writing, you're good. Subleasing leads to property damages or loss control. We actually have triple insurance. We have corporate clients. We have leases from the corporate client that, so we do have control. You see, it's even way more insurance than regular rental. Regular rental only have landlord or rental insurance. We have our own insurance. We have our platform insurance as well. Anyway, there you go. It's myth is it's impossible to find suitable property for midterm rental. When I see the word impossible, I see impossible. That's another thing too. Impossible. It's just the way you look at it. Okay. Abundance of properties, rent, new properties daily. You can see all these properties are deals right there. We give landlord security and peace of mind. You know, the myth is this is too complex or risky. I mean, come on. It's way less riskier than buying the property. That's risky. Putting hundreds of thousands of dollars into a deal that don't know if it's a workout or not. That's risky. Putting your whole credit on the line, the risk of foreclosure, that's risky. Okay. This, guys, if it doesn't work out, the max you lose, you like 1 month rent, 1 month deposit, your furniture is still yours, you go to another property. You see? Or if you're co-hosting or partnering, hey, doesn't work out, that's it. Sorry. You know, here's the most you lose is like, hey, here's my commission. I'm not gonna make money from this deal. Move forward. You see? Not much loss. What you want to look at is asymmetrical risk to reward ratio. Write that down. Asymmetrical. What I learned for this billionaire is if the deal don't make, when they win, they want to win like 5 to 10 times more than when they lose. Otherwise, they're not going to do the deal. Okay. That's what I learned for all these billionaires. Right. It's called asymmetrical risk to reward ratio. Does that make sense? Asymmetrical. So in this, when you lose max, you know, maybe some few $1,000, but you win 10 times that a year. You do that for 5 years. That's like this, she's gonna make like, she's making like 40-50,000 from one deal a year right now. Now she's on her second deal, and the average, let's say she have it for 5 years, that's $250,000. The maximum risk that she have on that deal is like 10,000. So the ratio is 25-1. Don't you think she can be right 1 hour of 20 times? Don't you think you can be right 1 out of 20 times? Of course, any monkey can be right 1 out of 20 times. That's the beautiful about this business. That without help, you are right at least 90+% of the time, right? I'm not saying we're perfect. There are some deals that don't work out, but that's why we have a numbers game. Hey guys, if you're looking at a guarantee income and guarantee everything, you know what? The biggest guarantee that you're gonna get in life is death and taxes. That's it. Okay. But I can promise you, if you don't do this, that's even way riskier. If your job is depending, your income is 100% depending on your job, you're in a very dangerous place. And hear me out. Even when I at doctor level before, I was making 6 figures, but I always hard to sleep at night. I worry a lot because one mistake, I can lose my license. One thing in the company, they can lay off. Even government jobs now are not secure. You know that, right? I have students who lose their government job, and that's why they have to figure out something. Don't be that guy or that girl. Prepare yourself. Have a sense of urgency. Build this while you can, as fast as you can. So imagine you have 10 houses right now, making you 20, 30,000 a month. I mean, do you really care what's going on out there in the economy? No, you create your own economy, right? Do you really care who's in the office? No. You see what I'm saying? Does that make sense? Okay, anyway. Myth, corporate clients are difficult to attract and retain. It's true if you don't have the resources or what they need, okay? But we have the resources, we have the connections. That's called leveraging relationship. And actually, corporate clients are a lot easier to satisfy than vacationer. Why? Because they're gonna be there for months, so they're not gonna, they're not gonna be like, hey, I need more toilet paper now. Like they don't have like 10 people, their cousins and everybody show up for the party, you know, and they are not only there for a few days with the vacation rental. Everything is an emergency because everything has to be perfect because they have the in-laws in the house. Or I'm just kidding, right? Or they have a bunch of family members show up at the reunion. You see, it's a lot stressful. Corporate, they go there, they go to work, they barely stay at home, they sleep, they go to work. The insurance family, you know, they want to take care of your home because they want a home while they're going through displacing their family, you know? All right. Scaling this business is impractical. That's definitely way more practical than buying the property. Okay. All right. Anyway, fast method. Okay. Questions. Now's the question time. Also, oh, here's the formula right here. If you want to know how much it costs to do one of these deals, first month rent, first month deposit, 5 to 7K, depending on where you're at in the country. You can either buy the furniture or rent the furniture. You make 2 times the rent plus the market rent, plus or minus utilities. So bottom line, you put in about 10 to 20K into a deal, a lot less than traditional real estate, right? 10 times less. And you're making literally like that money back within 6 months. So within your first year, you double your money. If you double your money, that's 100% return. What kind of return you guys getting from your money in the bank? From the stock market, or what kind of negative return you're getting from the stock market or crypto? Okay, that happens a lot too, right? This is consistent, predictable income. Okay, and you have 10 property, you don't worry about. Even if one of them don't work out, you still have 9 of them make you 18K a month. You see what I'm saying? That's the difference. What's the formula for co-hosting? Take a screenshot of this. You don't learn it from anywhere else except here, okay? Initial expense, $0. Buy the furniture, $0. With two, you don't have to buy any furniture. Your expense for co-hosting, partnering, or management consulting business with this is $0. That's amazing. Right? Maybe your gas money. That's it. The landlord will literally pay for everything. Why? Because you have the connection with the corporate clients. You have the know-how. You are an expert after you join our community, our mentorship. You have become an expert overnight because you leverage our 20 years combined experience with hundreds of my members. Does that make sense? That's the key. Desi has become literally an expert overnight. And most people are like, whoa, I didn't know this, I didn't know that. Why? Because she literally just leveraged all the things that we learned for the past 20 years combined experience between hundreds of my members, hundreds of my clients over the last, many, many years. Make sense? So she sound professional. She sound like she made it. She already have, and we help her create her own website as well. So, and then she leveraged our website and make professional day one. Make sense? So there you go. How to do co-hosting. Last point. Understanding the profit. The rent 3,000, sublease for 6,000. Depending on where you're at. Like that she rents it for 4,000, sublease for 8,000, about double the market rent. 20% of that, you make about 1,200, a month passively, minus utility, vacancy, the net rent to the owner 3,700. The owner is still making $700 more a month. The owner is cash flowing $1,000 a month versus traditional rental. Remember, guys, traditional rental, the owner only making 10% of rent, of traditional rent, which is about $300 in this case. $300 in this case. Now you have them make $1,000. That's 3 times the usual return on the investment. 3 times. Is that crazy? You're gonna be like their new best friend. Make sense? 3 times. Okay. So I know that's a lot stuff, but just take a screenshot of this. Just understand that that's a main key concept that I cover. Okay, maybe rewatch this as well, and come back here. I'll book a call and I'll go over detail for you too. But anyway, why would the landlord do this? Because we're solving their problems. The bigger the problem you solve, the more money you make. All right. So the owner manages the property. What kind of problem they have? That mess. Manage. All right, sorry about that, guys. Had some internet issues, so hopefully you can hear me okay now. All right. All right, let's wrap this up, guys. Okay, I know it's a lot for people. So, okay, I'm gonna play some testimonials for you. The bottom line is, guys, this is the best business opportunity or best opportunity out there in the world. Okay, so check this out. Check this out, and I'll show it to you. There's so many testimonials over the years. It's crazy. Let's watch this.
I'm officially leaving my pharmacist career, the job, next month. I'm gonna be drafting my resignation letter. Well, I have other business endeavor as well. So in addition to that, I'm gonna focus on that and then the corporate housing.
That is awesome. How much are you making now?
About on average $20,000. Last month was my biggest month. Of course, I grossed $50,000.
Wow.
First time.
How long did it take you to get there? All right. Sorry, did you guys see the screen okay? The video okay?
Yeah, it was playing fine.
When I maximize it, you guys able to see it? Rianne?
There, I can see your screen, Dr. Chau.
Can you see my screen when I maximize this?
I'm officially leaving my pharmacist career,
You see
the
it now?
job
Yes,
next month.
yes.
Why?
I'm gonna be drafting my resignation letter. Well, in addition to that, I'm gonna focus on that and then the corporate housing.
That is awesome. How much are you making now?
About on average $20,000. Last month was my biggest month. Of course, I grossed up $50,000.
Wow.
First time.
How long did it take you to get there?
9 months now.
How long did it take you to become a pharmacist?
Forever.
Actually got 2 appointments on Tuesday for 2 houses.
Nice.
And I've made a personal goal to at least get 8 houses before the end of the year.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna do everything I can to beat that
That's
number.
20K a month. Let's
Yeah.
go.
We started 5 months ago, and since then, an average of 1 every month. I'm at 6 right now. Just talked to another landlord last night. Looks like we'll probably sign number 7 here next week. It's exciting.
How much are we making with this?
About 12,000 a month.
1,000 a month. Yeah, so peaceful, man. Look at this guy. He's he's glowing. He got money on his face, man.
I've been doing about 1 a month, but I think in the next 12 months, I want to do 20 in the next 12 months.
I'm a realtor in San Antonio. Life before was good, but life now is great. I started in mid-May or something like that. Got my property in June. Took about 2 weeks, furnished it, launched it. Less than 24 hours after that, I got a booking, and I've been 100% booked ever since.
Let's go. And how much profit are you making on that property per month?
I net about $3K a month from that property.
Yeah, you're not really doing much of anything, right?
Yeah, I'm not doing nothing. The network you provide, man, the tools you provide, people we're around, you teach us so much knowledge, man.
I met Dr. Chau at one of the Tony Robbins events, and he told me about this business. So I decided to take action right away. My wife really loved this idea. It took me about a couple of weeks. I got the place fixed up. It looked good. The first house, I averaged about $7,000 profit.
A month, by the way.
A month. I really like the program. Everything is good. I'm working on my second property. It's just that because I've been doing it for 3 months. So if I would have had 3 houses, I probably would have had another 50K or something in my pocket. So yeah, this is it's good money, easy money. You'll be in some beach somewhere and just, getting paid. So that's cool.
I am a student with Dr. Chau's mentorship. We finally got our rentals, our arbitrage, so everything's going good. We got our bookings. And yesterday we joined the elite. Honestly, with this, we get to know everything Dr. Chau knows. We get to be personal friends with him and so much education, because the value, it's way more than what he says. And in my opinion, it's the greatest thing that he's gonna do for everyone in this room. Thank you, Dr. Chau.
And how old are you?
I'm 15.
Let's go. Boom. Nice. If that doesn't fire you up, I don't know what will, okay? Isn't that awesome or what, guys? So, questions? Any last questions? Just book a call, guys, okay? That's the next step. That's the link in the chat right there. Book a call, okay? Baroness, yeah, let's book a call to go into detail in those area, and then we can talk from there, okay? So I run out of time here, but the last thing I want to leave you here is is being able to really manifest your life, your dream, okay? So what is your goal? What is your dream? Okay? Put down the chat again, okay? And tell yourself, ask yourself, why am I here? Okay? What am I doing, right? So here I'm going to share with you the sunset, as I promised, or literally sunset on the beach, so don't miss out on this, guys. Okay. 1 second. Yeah, imagine yourself making 20,000-30,000 a month and be able to live on the beach, travel around the world, whatever you want to do. What would that mean? You and your loved one, your family. Okay. So there you go. Okay. Literally on the beach, on sunset. It's promise. Is that amazing? Right? What will you do for you and your family? How you feel? So maybe like either put your hand, definitely put your hand on your heart, close your eyes and visualize it, or just watch the beautiful sunset here and imagining what life would be like if you're making 20,000-30,000 a month. passively, you're able to travel around the world. You can live on the beach. You can do whatever you want to do. Give to your favorite charity. Give to the church. We have a lot of Christians in our community as well. You know, missionary, whatever you want to do, right? Helping the underprivileged, the kids. That's my passion. So I give scholarship to all of my clients, children, and niece, nephew, as long as they want to learn. That's why I had a 15 years old who made it happen, right? So you can make it happen as well. Okay. If a 15 years old can do this, I'm sure you can do this. Okay. So single mom, you can do it, you can do this, right? Even truck driver, one of the testimony was a truck driver, able to do this as well. Okay, you don't need an amazing degree. If you do, that's great. But if not, anything is possible. So put your hand on your heart. Imagine, maybe close your eyes, imagine what it'd be like to live a life of your dream. It's a year from now. It's October 2026. And you're now making 20, 30,000 a month, 40,000 a month passively. Okay, working 4 hours a week. Take care of your family the way they deserve. Is it about time to take care of them? If all this did to give them the freedom lifestyle, would be worth it. Absolutely, right? If all this did is for you to live a life on passion and purpose and give back, would be worth it. Absolutely, right? If all this did is for you to be able to fulfill all the promises to your loved one, take care of your parents, you know, retire them, or retire your spouse, have your kids' future, will be worth it. Absolutely, right? So imagine that, and anything's possible for you. Okay. So now count down with me. Put your fist in the chat and count down with me. 10 to 1, and then we're gonna celebrate as if nothing is gonna stop you. You're unstoppable. You got me? So everybody unmute yourself and celebrate and count down with me. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Celebrate! Yes, 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 yes. Hallelujah! Yes, you made it. Congratulations. Okay. All right. See you on the call, guys. For those of you who's on the call, we definitely see you. And we have my little baby nugget here, a little puppy. All right. Say bye to everybody. Okay. That's why I love my life. All right. Thank you.
Freedom,
Bye.
living on the islands.
Let's go.
When you own, and he's right. When you own property and shit, if we get it to
All
where
right. All right. All right. Bye-bye. Take care, guys. We'll see you on the call, okay? Bye-bye.